Hello, couplets. Welcome back to another Bear With Me with me, BearElliott. And we are continuing our... I can't even talk because I'm just drowning. That's a hint about today's review. We are continuing our trek through the 50 movies of 2016, and today we are stepping back into the 1950s. A simpler time, well, except for these poor people. Now this one is called Disney Presents The Finest Hour, or it's just called The Finest Hour. Disney has a long heritage of releasing movies that are based upon real facts. Now, this is one of those movies. Historically, it takes place in the 1950s. There are some slight variations to the story in the original when I was researching this, but it pretty much sticks to exactly similarly to what took place in the 1950s in a very cold, wintry day. A very large, I think it was an oil tanker boat or ship. It's out on rough waters. Well, the captain kept pushing the ship to go faster and faster and faster, and the engineer was like, "Sir, we need to slow down. Well, they hit it's where I don't know what the actual, the term is, but the ship went up and crashed down and basically split in half. So there's the front ship with the captain, there's the back ship with 36, 32, somewhere around there, men that are left on board. Well, the ship splits in half. Amazingly, the back end does not sink, but it slowly begins to sink because of the water bulkhead. So it stays afloat that way. So these 30-some men are left on this ship to try to figure out what the hell are we going to do to try to get back to shore in this horrible storm. The winds and the nautics that I was reading about, or nautical, it was basically showed that these were hurricane level winds, and it was horrible. And it was right off the coast of New England. And that leaves us to our heroes, and that's Bernie. Now, Bernie is a very simple young man. He is in the Coast Guard, just a genuine sweet guy. He has a girlfriend, Marion, and she is very domineering. Well, I shouldn't use the word domineering. That's kind of negative. She's very direct. She's a very direct woman. Well, they're going to get married. He feels that he needs to ask permission from the Coast Guard captain, and that's a formality. That's kind of a kind of slight gag that goes on throughout the movies. Well, during this horrible storm, he gets sent out with 4 other men to find the other half of the ship to try to rescue them. And they have to get over this, it's called the hill or the caps. And basically it's where the water just keeps rushing in and crashing on the shore. They have to get through that out to the ship. And then they're just in this little boat and they're trying to rescue all these people. This story is all about heroics and overcoming challenges. And the storyline is very good. It's very Disney. In regards to, it's simple. It's a simple plot to follow. The acting is very good. It's visually amazing. Saw this in 3D, and when I felt like I needed some kind of stomach pill when I was going through the waves and everything in 3D, it does feel incredibly realistic when you're there. And the visuals of what these men had to do to get to these other men, to rescue them, and then you're thinking, what the hell are they going to do when they get there? It keeps you very interested at the halfway point of the movie. The beginning of the movie is extremely slow. But overall, The Finest Hour is a very good movie. I found myself interested in it, especially towards the end, and what happens. I don't want to give away any spoilers because I think this is one that you want to see and figure out what exactly goes on. But it's a good movie. Overall, out of my 5-paw rating, I'm giving this one a 3. The beginning part, if you get through the beginning, that's the slow part. But after that, it's a great flick. It keeps going, and just how these men keep the ship afloat and what they have to do and so forth, that is the compelling storyline to this. So for Disney Presents The Finest Hour, I think it's one that you want to go check out. So keep with me all year long. We're only into the second month. And I saw this one in January. Sorry, it's a little late coming out. But yes, stick with me all year long because we're going to do 50 movies in 2016. So until next time, bye, cobblers!
I could go out in the darkness, see you calling my name. I hear you shouting, hear you calling, but it's not the same. Every word that you are throwing right into my back doesn't matter to me, cause I'm keeping my track. Let me go, let me go.